In Hollywood, the thrill of fame sometimes pairs with a love for risk. And for some stars, that risk took shape at the gambling table. This list dives into 10 Hollywood celebrities who just couldn't stop gambling, from high-stakes card games to risky casino habits. Let's start. 1. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn is a charismatic Australian-American actor famed for roles in The Adventures of Robin Hood and Captain Blood. Lived a life as thrilling as his on-screen adventures. Born in Tasmania in 1909, Flynn was drawn to risk, embodying a rugged, unapologetic masculinity often likened to a Hemingway character. His 1959 autobiography, My Wicked, Wicked Ways, offered a scandalous peek into his life, with his friend Noel Coward describing it as blood-curdling in its openness and unnecessary vulgarity. Off-screen, Flynn was as daring as his Hollywood persona, a regular at casinos and notorious for gambling throughout the 1930s and 1940s. His charm made him a favorite among Hollywood's elite, but his taste for high-stakes living also came with consequences. While his fame soared, his financial troubles escalated later in life, partly due to his extravagant lifestyle and indulgent habits. Flynn's legacy as a Hollywood rebel endures, a mix of charm, risk, and adventure that few could rival, embodying both allure and caution. 2. Clark Gable. Clark Gable is another symbol of Hollywood's golden age. He is best known for his unforgettable role as Rhett Butler in Gone with the Wind, 1939. His allure went beyond the screen. Gable was a star in the glamorous high-stakes world of gambling, too. Born William Clark Gable, this iconic actor became the 7th greatest male star of all time, as named by the American Film Institute in 1999. His role in Gone with the Wind earned him a 3rd Oscar nomination, adding to his previous win for It Happened One Night and a nomination for Mutiny on the Bounty. Gable's impressive career featured memorable performances in Run Silent, Run Deep and The Misfits, sharing the screen with Marilyn Monroe in her final film. His on-screen chemistry with stars like Joan Crawford, Myrna Loy, Jean Harlow, and Lana Turner cemented his status as a Hollywood legend. Off-screen, Gable's passion for nightlife and gambling became part of his public persona, enhancing his image as both a sophisticated star and thrill-seeker. 3. Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, the legendary crooner from Hoboken, New Jersey, remains one of the most enduring icons in music. From his 1946 solo debut The Voice of Frank Sinatra to a prolific 61-album career, his jazz-inspired songs continue to enchant audiences. Yet, Sinatra's life offstage was equally captivating, especially his complex relationship with Las Vegas. Known for his connections to mob figures like Sam Giancana, Sinatra was a frequent Vegas fixture, not just as a performer, but as a high-stakes gambler and charismatic socialite. Sinatra's influence in Vegas was so strong that casinos would extend him credit, allowing him free rein at the tables. However, his love for gambling often led to heated tantrums when luck turned against him. At one point, he even purchased a casino, only to have his gambling license revoked 8 years later due to illegal activities. At the peak of his fame, Sinatra's gambling debts escalated, reaching staggering losses. One infamous night in 1961 saw him lose $3.5 million. Despite this, he famously remarked, "I like the excitement of winning and losing," embracing the thrill, even as his financial strain mounted. 4. Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney, though small in stature, held a towering presence in Hollywood, leaving a legacy that spanned movies, TV, theater, and even casinos. Born into a vaudeville family, he stepped onto the stage before he could speak, ultimately becoming one of showbiz's most resilient figures. His on-screen partnership with Judy Garland in the 1930s solidified his place in Hollywood's golden age. Known for his zest for life, Rooney navigated fame's highs and lows, marrying 8 times and embracing a whirlwind of experiences. Beyond acting, Rooney harbored a deep interest in horse racing, not just as a bettor, but as a horse owner. However, his passion for the sport wasn't without its challenges. Gambling and financial difficulties cast shadows over his otherwise successful career. His life beyond the screen revealed a tapestry of achievements, financial setbacks, and legal issues, with his love for betting adding complexity to his story. Rooney's life reflects the tumult and triumph of a Hollywood star who lived boldly in every aspect. 5. Walter Matthau. Walter Matthau, celebrated American actor and comedian, left a mark on Hollywood with his charisma and talent. Before his screen fame, Matthau was an acclaimed stage actor, later starring in hits like King Creole, A Face in the Crowd, and Charade. But beyond his Hollywood persona, Matthau had a lesser-known passion: gambling. Unlike his peers drawn to Vegas glitz, he gravitated towards sports betting, especially on basketball and horse racing. Though not a regular at casinos, he couldn't resist the thrill of the craps table. Matthau's relationship with gambling was complex. Uniquely, he found excitement in losing, often risking significant amounts, even betting rent money on unpredictable outcomes. His addiction became notorious during a Florida stay, where he lost an astounding $83,000 in 2 weeks, mostly on spring training baseball games. This massive loss led to a 6-year struggle to repay a mafia-linked bookmaker, prompting Matthau to moderate his bets. Despite adopting a more restrained approach, Matthau humorously acknowledged gambling's pitfalls. Health issues also tempered his habits, transforming him from high roller to a moderate gambler who embraced life with a cautious perspective. 6. Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball, born on August 6, 1911 in Jamestown, New York, rose from small-town beginnings to become a Hollywood icon known for her groundbreaking impact on entertainment. Despite early hardships, including the loss of her father to typhoid fever, Ball's path to stardom began when her stepfather introduced her to performing. Her big break came with the radio show My Favorite Husband, which led to the creation of I Love Lucy in 1951. A sitcom that forever changed television with its innovative production and Ball's comedic genius. I Love Lucy became a cultural phenomenon, with Ball and her real-life husband, Desi Arnaz, bringing unforgettable charm to their on-screen characters, Lucy and Ricky Ricardo. Beyond her acting career, Ball co-founded Desilu Productions, producing iconic shows like The Untouchables and Star Trek, and won numerous accolades, including 4 Emmys. In the 1960s, Ball pursued another passion: horse racing. She and her second husband, Gary Morton, established the Desilu Horse Farm in California, where they bred and raised thoroughbred racehorses, including Miss Jim, a notable competitor. This lesser-known interest reflected her love for animals and dedication to diverse passions beyond Hollywood. 7. James Francis Cagney Jr. James Francis Cagney Jr. captivated audiences with his unique blend of charisma, dynamic acting, and dance talent. Known for his deadpan humor and electric performances, Cagney became a Golden Age Hollywood icon. His remarkable career earned him critical acclaim and awards, leaving an indelible legacy on the silver screen. Beyond acting, Cagney had a deep passion for horse racing, a commitment he shared with his brother, William. Together, they established the Cagney Brothers Stable, dedicating themselves to thoroughbred horse breeding and racing. Their prized horse, Gallant Fox, made history by winning the prestigious Triple Crown in 1930, a triumph that cemented their status in the equestrian world. After retiring in 1961, Cagney enjoyed life on his 800-acre farm in Dutchess County, New York, where he pursued simple pleasures like reading, tennis, and even poetry. He returned to film in 1981 for Ragtime, earning renewed acclaim. Cagney's legacy endures through his timeless performances and celebrated equestrian pursuits. 8. Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes, an enigmatic billionaire, left a significant mark on Las Vegas beginning in 1966. Arriving in North Las Vegas via private train on Thanksgiving Day, Hughes settled into the Desert Inn, where he would live in seclusion for 4 years, barely leaving his penthouse suite. His reclusive yet influential presence transformed the city. He became Nevada's largest employer, property, and mining claims owner, effectively reshaping the state's image. Hughes hailed from Houston, Texas, born in 1905 to a wealthy family whose wealth grew from a revolutionary drill bit invention by his father. Orphaned at 18, Hughes took control of the family business, expanding it into a vast empire. His wealth fueled bold investments, and his reclusive nature became legendary. When Desert Inn co-owner Mo Dalitz demanded he vacate his suite, Hughes purchased the entire hotel for $6.2 million, circumventing Nevada's strict gaming laws. With Governor Paul Laxalt's support, Nevada's Corporate Gaming Act passed, allowing Hughes and other corporations to own casinos, ushering Las Vegas into a new corporate era. 9. Cary Grant. Cary Grant, an actor who was born in Bristol, England, became an iconic figure in Hollywood. His career began with a daring move at 13, when he joined a comedy troupe and traveled across the U.S., eventually discovering his passion for acting. In the 1930s, he signed with Paramount Pictures, rising to fame for his elegance and debonair charm on screen. Beyond his acting, Grant had a deep passion for horse racing. Though not heavily involved in breeding or training, he owned racehorses and actively participated in the racing world, attending events and enjoying the sport. His love for horses mirrored the dedication he brought to his film career. After stepping away from the spotlight, Grant became the director and ambassador for a fragrance company, maintaining his connection with the public. In recognition of his remarkable career, he received an honorary Oscar in 1970 and a Kennedy Center honor in 1981. Tragically, he passed away on November 29, 1986, from a fatal stroke before a scheduled appearance in Davenport, Iowa, marking the end of an era in Hollywood. 10. George Raft. George Raft rose from humble beginnings to become a legendary figure in Hollywood's golden age. His career began in the boxing ring, but his big break came in the speakeasies and Broadway stages of the Jazz Age. Raft's early performances, including a memorable act with Snowball, captivated audiences and led him to London, where he became known as the world's fastest dancer. In Hollywood, Raft became famous for his tough, sharp-suited gangster persona, especially in roles like his iconic character, Rinaldo, in Scarface. Off-screen, Raft was a ladies' man and an avid gambler, often frequenting casinos and mob circles. His off-screen life mirrored the tough guy roles he played, adding mystery to his persona. One notable incident involved Raft refusing to hit Marlene Dietrich during a scene, a decision rooted in his personal values. Raft's legacy transcended his acting career. His silent, rugged allure became a lasting part of his mystique, cementing him as a Hollywood icon. Behind the tough exterior, his love for gambling and thrill-seeking continued to be a significant part of his life, making him a fascinating figure both on and off the screen. If you liked this video, do not forget to share and subscribe. Also, let us know in the comments who surprised you in this list of the top 10 Hollywood stars who couldn't stop gambling.